for police reform forward. And in Superior, officers are using a new virtual reality training technique in hopes of being better prepared for the real world. And shipping season is full speed ahead, and things are looking bright for Duluth's port.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with news out of Wisconsin, where for the first time since the death of George Floyd, state lawmakers passed police reform legislation today. The Senate approved measures that would require police to post use of force policies online and require the state Justice Department to annually report use of force incidents in the state. The new bills also mandate police departments to share employee profiles with other agencies during the hiring process. We heard from a Wisconsin lawmaker who believes this measure will help them clean up the policing system.
Make your behavior follow you so that we can clean our system, so to say, of bad cops, I think is important.
The bills don't address use of force tactics and policies. The legislation's chief authors say the proposals are a step toward accountability, and more bills are coming, including a ban on chokeholds. Superior Police have a new training tool, one they hope will help better prepare their officers for real-world scenarios. CBS 3's Emma Quinn got an inside look at how the department is using the gear and the role it could play in building community trust.
The Superior Police Department is working with the latest virtual reality equipment, hoping to prepare officers for any and every situation they could encounter.
Basically, it creates a sandbox where the instructor can create a dilemma for the officers to solve in a realistic environment that's immersive, makes the officer feel like they're there.
The virtual training offers hundreds of scenarios. When responding, officers will have access to a variety of gear, ranging from headsets, tasers, firearms, and flashlights. It's up to them to decide what the situation calls for and how to respond.
We can adjust it from night to day. We can change the scenario. It can be infinite outcomes and infinite conditions out here so that we don't develop the same training pattern.
Sir, I need you to drop the knife and turn around. Do it now.
What have I done wrong?
Well, people are concerned about you. We want to make sure you're okay.
Captain Paul Winterscheid says this tool will be especially useful in developing soft skills like communication.
And we can teach communication skills in a classroom, but it's difficult to translate that to what it's actually like on the street.
It's time to go. Just take off.
Looks like he's got maybe something in his hand. I don't know.
The department even let me try out the gear to see what it's like.
I can see some papers. Yeah. Oh, they're pretty dirty in here. But yeah, this is cool.
The department was able to afford the $82,000 equipment with support from the Superior City Council and Mayor Jim Payne, with hopes of building more trust with the community.
Now, if they make mistakes, we're going to have trainers that can review their performance and help them improve it, and they can respond in a way that results in positive outcomes for everybody in the encounter.
Thank you for your cooperation. We appreciate it.
Officers will start training with the gear this week. One of the first things they'll train on is weapon transition, which focuses on making sure officers are familiar with their weapons and where they are on their belts. And looking ahead, Governor Tim Walz will join community leaders tomorrow as they call for unity and action on police reform in the state. We'll have more on what they're asking for tomorrow night. Well, Dave joins us now for a check of the weather. Dave, this time of year, you want to have bonfires. It's a little cool, so you want to be by a toasty fire, but it's a little dry out there right now for that.
Yeah, it's awfully dry because we're giving way from cool towards warmer than normal. It's been a long wait, and we're starting to get there. But with low relative humidities expected tomorrow, our friends at the Weather Service have issued this. It is a near critical fire danger alert for northern Minnesota because of those low relative humidities. It'll only be in the teens tomorrow. The fire danger will still be high outside of that zone, including Wisconsin and the UP, but again, it could turn into a red flag warning for Minnesotans tomorrow. Of course, the solution is rain. Boy, I don't see much coming our way for a little while at least, because looking at the Doppler here, we see the sky is virtually clear. A couple of clouds up by Thunder Bay, and that's about it. So short-term forecast is calling for a clear to partly cloudy sky tonight and not quite as cold tomorrow morning. We'll be in the mid-30s for a lot of towns rather than the mid-20s. And then tomorrow afternoon's high temp will beat the normal of 61 finally over much of the region. 63 for the Twin Ports, for example, sunny and dry. And Thursday could be sunny and dry. Friday, there is a chance for some showers. Is it a good chance or not? I'll show you the odds coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. MnDOT and WisDOT shared what the future of the Blotnick Bridge could look like. The agencies are in the planning process for replacing the aging bridge. It was built in 1961 and is nearing the end of its lifespan. Tonight, they laid out the project's study area and the process for community feedback. They're considering where in Superior the bridge should connect. Its connection point in Duluth will stay the same at Garfield Avenue. Construction won't start until 2028. It has been a busy start to the shipping season here in the Twin Ports. In fact, total tonnage just 6 weeks in is up about 23% over the 5-year average. CBS 3's Peter Kavakowskis heard from port officials about the reason behind the big start.
The Twin Ports have welcomed more ships than usual this spring.
We're about 6 weeks into the shipping season, and we've already crossed 4.2 million short tons of total tonnage through the Port of Duluth Superior. So that's a good start.
That is Jason Rohn, the Director of Communications and Marketing for the Duluth Seaway Port Authority. He says compared to this time last year, we've also seen 20 more ships arrive in port. One of the big reasons for the busy start to this season is the increased demand for iron ore. Kelsey Johnson, president of the Iron Mining Association, says there are a few reasons behind that.
3 major areas that we typically send our iron ore products to when it comes to steelmaking facilities. So the types of iron that we create are used primarily in construction, car making and car manufacturing, and then in energy. And in those 3 areas right now are really booming.
In fact, according to the Seaway Port Authority, iron ore leaving the Twin Ports is up 21% from last year's pace and 19% above the 5-year average. Johnson says while it's hard to predict future demand for iron ore, all signs now point to a positive outlook.
All of those signs and those indicators are strong right now, which is a really positive sign. And I think it's really beneficial for not only our industry in the steelmaking side, but also on the iron mining side as we provide that raw product.
Welcome news for the port, which saw its lowest tonnage during the pandemic since 1938.
It's been a busy start. As I said, we're up 48% over last year's pace through the first 6 weeks of the season. So that's definitely a good, solid start to the season. We're excited to see it and hope it continues.
Another first for the shipping season is expected to take place tomorrow as the first wind cargo shipment of the year makes its way into the Twin Ports. Today, President Biden spoke with several governors as his administration rolls out extra efforts to get more Americans vaccinated. According to the latest CDC numbers, 46% of Americans have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine, with the president pushing to turn that number into 70% by July. CBS's Skylar Henry reports from the White House, where the administration is also praising the FDA decision to expand vaccine eligibility to teens.
President, sorry,
Journalists weren't allowed in the room as President Biden met virtually with a bipartisan group of state governors to discuss vaccination efforts.
I am optimistic. I think we're going to see in the next 3 or 4 years the ability to provide access to and uptake of significant additional health care initiatives.
The Biden administration announced new programs to help get more Americans their COVID shots, including free Uber and Lyft rides to vaccination sites, community college vaccine clinics targeting students, and more funding for community outreach. The president's meeting comes a day after the FDA expanded emergency use authorization for Pfizer's vaccine for Americans 12 to 15 years old, which the drug maker says is 100% effective in that age group. A CDC advisory board will review the data and finalize guidance Wednesday.
Parents who want to protect their children, younger teens who want to get vaccinated, we're a step closer to that goal now.
But as the country prepares to begin vaccinating 17 million more young Americans, over on Capitol Hill, the CDC director faced tough questions about our agency's strict summer camp guidance.
The camp guidance is intended to get our kids to camp and allow them to stay there.
The CDC currently requires mask wearing and maintaining 6 feet distance at all times, even while outdoors, regardless of vaccination status.
Today, the Biden administration announced it will allow now undocumented college students, including so-called dreamers, to access federal coronavirus relief aid as long as they have been enrolled in a U.S. college or university since March 13th of 2020. And back here at home, our local healthcare providers are working to figure out the best way to get vaccines to 12 to 15-year-olds. Yesterday's decision by the FDA marks the United States' first COVID vaccine authorized for younger teens. Previously, only kids as young as 16 were eligible. St. Louis County Public Health Planner Katie Elbert says this is a big step forward. Their current vaccine distribution approach is targeting mobile clinics, which could mean in the classrooms. With summer quickly approaching, it's a race against time to get shots in arms.
We are trying to move it as quickly as possible because we know that the end of the school year is approaching, and in order to get that second dose in before the school year ends, we do need to act quickly for some of the schools.
Elbert says the county plans to open clinics to younger teens as early as next week. Before distribution can begin, the CDC's advisory committee has to decide if and how it will recommend the vaccine for this age group. They're set to meet tomorrow. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, a Northland Olympic cross-country skier passed away last Sunday. The legacy he left behind next.
Record low for Duluth Airport, 23 degrees from back in 1946. Some towns around the region this morning, like Silver Bay, beat that, dropped to 19. Well, tomorrow we'll get a little bit closer to that normal of 40. Maybe not quite there yet for the overnight lows, but we'll be warmer than normal tomorrow for the highs, which could egg on that fire danger problem. We'll talk about when our next chance of rain is going to come, coming up after the break.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel, weekday mornings on CBS.
Let A1 Movers help bridge the gap from your old house to your new home. We have the tools for all of your relocating needs. Big or small, we move them all. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, we help get you where you need to go as safely and efficiently as possible. A1 Movers specializes in making hard work easier, saving you time and your back. To schedule your move, call or visit a1movers.org today.
As a person with a disability who values living independently and being safe, let's keep each other safe, Minnesota.
People with disabilities and people feeling the effects of aging. Roll up your sleeves and stay safe. Sign up today for Minnesota's Vaccine Connector program. Join the millions of people who have safely received a COVID-19 vaccine. It's the best thing you can do to support our local businesses and safely return to a more normal lifestyle. For further assistance, contact your COVID community coordinator at Access North.
Update your home's exterior with help from Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. We have the best in-stock selection to take home today. Or design your door your way. In-store or online at Menards.com. Then check out the great selection of Geldwin windows. Menards has over 140 in-stock sizes and styles of windows to choose from. Save 11% on all Geldwin windows and Mastercraft doors at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Buying and selling your home can be smooth sailing, but it can also be a bit turbulent. We're here to help you achieve your real estate goals and tackle unpredictability along the way.
We are Lake Superior Area Realtors.
We pick up the phone because it's ringing. Hello, this is Sam. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Holden Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
We've been on the road with you for 50 years now. We're proud to share the safe roads and the roller coaster roads, even the long and winding roads. Navigating the road less traveled and cruising up the high roads. For 3 generations, it's been an honor to share the roads of life with you. Here's to another 50 and beyond.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Smooth sailing out there on our local waterways, including these 2 mallards here on Lake Vermilion. Pete Mikowski got his camera out, got this great picture. So, fair weather, it's with us. maybe too fair, because tomorrow it'll be warm and dry, and that nudges up the fire danger. Again, especially for Minnesotans, watch out with fire outdoors. And Wisconsinites and folks in Michigan have it a little easier going tomorrow, but still the fire danger is high everywhere. Again, as usual, the cure will be rain. We'll get teased a little bit this weekend. I don't know if we're going to get enough to solve the problem, but we can hope. We'll talk more about our hopes here after a look at the current conditions. It's 47 at Duluth Airport. Relative humidity is 41%, but tomorrow in the afternoon could drop into the teens, and that's getting awfully dry indeed. Wind is southeasterly 5 miles per hour at this moment, and our air pressure is high at 30.39 inches of mercury. And of course, it's a big cell of high pressure that's clearing the sky and drying things up and keeping them that way through Thursday at least. Friday is the day we get a slight light rain shower chance. Current temps, yeah, they're trying to dip down once again. We're down to 31 in Watersmeet, 37 Ironwood, and running anywhere from 33 by the lake or surrounded by the lake here in Wisconsin to as warm as 48 down towards Hayward, and Superior is ensconced in between there at 42. Minnesota numbers, they're getting a bit nippy towards Silver Bay at 34. Still 44, though, for Grand Rapids and every other town in between. Upper 20s for some places inland Minnesota here overnight tonight. Low 30s for the rest of the region. But again, the normal is 40, and hopefully in a couple of days we do get back to that, along with our daytime highs getting up towards 60. Doppler map right now shows with the high pressure in control, like we mentioned a little bit earlier here, there might be a few clouds popping up here and there near Thunder Bay and for some parts of the UP and over towards Rhinelander, but the heart of our region is high and dry because the air pressure is high. That'll make us sunny from Wednesday in through Thursday. Come Friday, a low-pressure system working its way out of the Rockies will bring us a 30% chance for showers in the afternoon and evening, and a 30% chance for more showers Saturday. Could become a 40% chance for rain on Sunday, and we'll play this system here by ear as we get closer to it. It's about the only bet we have for the next week for rain, and it's not a great bet at all. Forecast tonight. Well, now we'll talk about Minnesota temperatures, which should run from 29 inland to 39 by the lake. Wisconsin and Michigan numbers fairly similar, 29 in the UP to 35 by Superior. Tomorrow's high temps, Wisconsin, Michigan, normal 61. We go 62 to 65 with sunshine. And Minnesota should go anywhere from 59 right by the lake to 68 towards International Falls. Extended forecast tells us that the daytime highs will be in the 60s all week long, and by Thursday morning, we get our low temps into the 40s, finally back to normal. And like I mentioned, if we're going to get any rain, it's going to come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but the odds of payoff are only 30 to 40%.
Thanks, Dave. A Northland skiing legend has passed away. George Hovland died Sunday at the age of 94. The Duluth native landed himself on the U.S. Olympic cross-country ski team in 1952. And as CBS3's John Cardinelli learned today, that was just the beginning of an incredible life and legacy.
George Hovland grew up in Duluth and found a passion for skiing at a very young age.
Would you like to make the Olympic team? I said, yes, sir.
At age 25, Hovland landed himself on the U.S. cross-country ski team at the 1952 Olympics in Oslo.
There's a bunch of NASTAR trophies up here. There's a 1949 trophy for U.S. Ski Association.
Despite winning multiple Birkebeiner races and Vassalopits after the Olympics, those who knew Hovland best say his biggest achievements were in the Northland.
George has been instrumental in the advancement of the downhill and cross-country skiing in the area.
Hovland helped design many trails Northlanders ski on today, including Spirit Mountain in Duluth and Giants Ridge in Biwabik.
This has been kind of the love of his life. One of his loves of his life has been this place.
In 1993, Hovland built and designed Snowflake Nordic Ski Center in Duluth. To this day, it offers 88 acres of trails carefully designed.
He studied where the snowfall was in Duluth, the early snowfall, and he knew it was along that ridge. And then he bought the property that Snowflake sits on right now, and he knew that would be just a great place for trails.
But what Hovland loved most,
there's a lot of joy in watching these kids out here playing, laughing,
was inspiring and helping young skiers out on the trails through the Kids Ski program.
He was around there and, could offer advice and just overseeing it and making sure it went smoothly, and it did go very smoothly.
And while this last season was his final one on the trails,
and he's still got the moves. He's still got the correct placement of skis and poles, and he knows how to work the skis.
His legacy and the trails he designed will live on.
I think seeing a person like him around gave the kids the idea that skiing doesn't end when you graduate from high school. You know, I think that's a really big thing that he taught.
We have a link to the Kids Ski program on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Still to come, the pandemic made air travel nearly impossible, but should you be refunded for a flight cancellation due to COVID? We'll have the answer after the break.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
Would you like to lose a pound of fat a day?
You know, everyone just treats me a little bit differently, a little bit better. You know, I feel more comfortable in social situations.
Before, when I walked by a mirror, I would duck. I wouldn't look. Now it's like, where's that girl?
Order online or call today for a free consultation.
Would you rather have hiccups for a week or get the worst haircut ever? Some choices are a lose-lose. But at Taco John's, choose 3 chicken street tacos or 3 grilled chicken soft-shell tacos for just $5. Win-win. Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
With the Dish Anywhere app, you can watch what you want, where you want, at no extra charge.
Kids, bedtime.
Which is a good thing, because life is full of little surprises.
Ready to watch?
Even when there's an unexpected change in venue. Watch what you want, where you want, on up to 5 devices, at no extra charge. Dish. Tuned in to you.
Right now, get $500 off stressless signature-based recliners or recliners with classic power, and $200 off new motorized stressless Max and Mike recliners, the latest great innovation from Stressless. Plus, get $200 off each stressless Mary and Emily sofa seat. Celebrate 50 years of stressless comfort and save at Arrowhead Supply in Duluth and Virginia.
Accept credit and debit cards, bank transfer, and mobile pay. Payments made easy with Intuit QuickBooks.
At UCare, we've been all around Minnesota, and some of the people we meet are anxiously looking into Medicare options for the first time. Well, UCare Medicare Advantage plans are a great place to start. Most plans include Part D prescription drug coverage and come with lots of extras. It's part of what makes UCare the #1 Medicare Advantage plan in Minnesota for individuals. And lastly, don't worry. We're always here to decomplicate if you ever need us. UCare, people-powered health plans.
I lost a ton of weight, 93 pounds. I feel good, I look good. 75 days on the program. I've lost 53 pounds, 41.5 inches. You're not hungry.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
Wednesday on CBS3 this morning, a CDC committee will vote on approving the Pfizer COVID vaccine for those 12 and up. We're breaking down the details.
And the mid-60s continue for us in the forecast, as well as some sunshine.
So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCoppel, weekday mornings on CBS.
As the pandemic raged and Americans stopped flying, airlines issued most people credit toward future flights instead of refunds, as many as $10 billion worth, and some are already starting to expire. Flyer complaints over refunds skyrocketed last year from less than 1,600 in 2019 to more than 89,000 in 2020. On Monday, Senators Ed Markey and Richard Blumenthal, both Democrats, sent letters to all major U.S. airlines demanding that flight credits, especially those issued during the pandemic, never expire. While the number of flyers is on the rise, passenger levels remain below 2019 numbers, and U.S. airlines are still losing about $100 million per day. Coming up in sports, the Minnesota State High School League voted to add several competitive sports to its lineup, which failed and which passed. Kelly is in with more details next.
Eye on Mining is brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
We can't all be morning people, but we can all eat McDonald's for breakfast.
Get 2 sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for $4.50 and a soft drink for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Introducing the Cool Turtle, the ultra-comfortable mask enhancer that creates a protective, cool, and breathable space between your mask and your face. Simply slide under any mask or gaiter and immediately feel the refreshing pocket of air surrounding your face. Cool Turtle's ergonomically designed, soft, comfortable shell immediately reduces mask friction, allowing you to breathe and talk in a comfortable environment.
I can actually breathe. With the Cool Turtle, no more sweating.
It's like I don't even have a mask on.
Call now and get not 1, not 2, but 3 Cool Turtles for just $10. Order now and we'll send you 2 more Cool Turtles free. No fees, absolutely free. Plus, you can get a 10-pack of 4-ply face masks. Just pay a separate fee. This offer is not available on Amazon. Get the real Cool Turtle now.
Call 1-800-379-1590. That's 1-800-379-1590 or visit getcoolturtle.com. Order now.
Looking for a home run on your next home project? Don't strike out by using someone out of left field who makes errors, balks at your needs, isn't safe, and gives you the squeeze by charging double.
Your home improvement company aced my window project, and working with them was a walk in the park.
We never sacrifice quality, and you can count on us to avoid curveballs and save you time.
Plus, they clean up, which is a big relief. Your home improvement company is a huge hit in Twins territory, even if their owner is a bit of a screwball.
As a person with a disability who values living independently and being safe, let's keep each other safe, Minnesota.
People with disabilities and people feeling the effects of aging. Roll up your sleeves and stay safe. Sign up today for Minnesota's Vaccine Connector program. Join the millions of people who have safely received a COVID-19 vaccine. It's the best thing you can do to support our local businesses and safely return to a more normal lifestyle. For further assistance, contact your COVID community coordinator at Access North.
We can't all be morning people, but we can all eat McDonald's for breakfast.
Get 2 sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for $4.50 and a soft drink for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, a year ago to this day, there was no sign of any sort of Grandma's Marathon race that wasn't virtual. Well, flash forward to today. Not only will there be a race in the 3rd weekend in June, it will be as close to normal as ever. With the loosening guidelines for Minnesota announced last week, the race staff have been busy putting plans back into place that were originally axed because of COVID. Most notably, that includes the allowing of spectators as well as the post-race celebration.
You know, it's a pretty popular piece of Grandma's Marathon weekend. Spectators are what makes our event so unique each and every year. The support that our participants can feel coming from starting at Lester River all the way through downtown Duluth and here to the finish line in Canal Park. It's fantastic to be able to welcome those people and that piece of Grandma's Marathon back into our plan.
Spectators will be expected to be masked when not eating or drinking and are encouraged to continue to follow CDC safety guidelines. In addition, the post-race celebration will move to Bayfront Park in order to space things out. It's an addition Grandma's believes adds a new and exciting element to the event. High school softball tonight, Superior took down Duluth Denfeld to improve to a perfect 10-0 on the season. Haley Zembo threw a no-hitter for the Spartans with 9 strikeouts. At the opening round of the D3 Men's Golf Championships in West Virginia today, UW Superior's Ryan Peterson shot a +273. That puts him in 13th place on the day. The former Greyhound is leading the Yellow Jackets, who are in 28th as a team out of 37 schools. St. Scholastica is in 23rd out of 25 schools after day 1 of the Women's Championships. Olivia Wright had the best opening round for the Saints. The former I Falls Bronco is currently in 73. The Minnesota State High School League made big adjustments regarding the future of boys high school volleyball in the state of Minnesota. There are at least 41 schools around the state who will be disappointed by the news. Mounds View is one of the schools down in the cities. That is one of them. They are in the Boys High School League right now. It's run by volunteers, not recognized by the Minnesota State High School League, and it will continue to stay that way. The main concern is cost, particularly as schools recover from the financial impact of COVID, facility scheduling, and how adding a new boys sport may affect a school's Title IX standing. Girls wrestling did get enough votes to become a sanctioned sport. The last week has not been too kind to the Minnesota Twins since last Tuesday. They're 1-4 and riddled with injury at this time. Tonight, facing the Chicago White Sox for the first time this season, things got going on a positive note. Top of the second, Jorge Polanco has been huge for the Twins this past week, putting runs on the board. 2 hits on Friday, 3 on Saturday. This one in a solo shot to right field. His 3rd homer of the year makes it 1-0 Twins, but at last check, White Sox were putting homers left and right on the board, 7-3 in the 9th. The city of Milwaukee pulled back some restrictions today, allowing the Bucks and the Brewers to get back to 50% capacity at their respective stadiums. That also means tailgating and the sausage races are coming back. They started a series with the St. Louis Cardinals tonight. Weird play here in the 3rd. Freddie Peralta takes a direct shot off his right shin, makes an awkward play. He would be all right, though, throwing 7 scoreless innings. Then in the 6th, stay hot. Travis Shaw hops over the wall, so it's a freebie double. Lorenzo Cain scores, but at last check, the Cardinals had a 3-1 lead in the 11th inning. Brewers hoping to walk it off. In NBA action, the Bucks get the win over Orlando tonight. The Timberwolves come away with a 19-point victory over the equally as bad Detroit Pistons. That is going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
During Toyota's Summer Starts Here sales event, get road trip ready and save with $1,000 customer cash on the new 2021 RAV4, Camry, or Highlander at Cary Toyota in Superior. Or drive away with $1,500 on any new Corolla, Corolla hatchback, or Prius. Prefer a hybrid car? Get $2,000 customer cash on the sparkly new Corolla Hybrid. Plus, all new Toyotas come with a Toyota Care complimentary maintenance plan. And remember, quality vehicle trades are worth an all-time high. So trade in your vehicle at Cary Toyota during the Summer Starts Here sales event. Voted best car dealer 22 times.
At Extreme, we know when your internet works, your life works. Living with unreliable internet or slow speeds is a hassle you can't afford. So don't just settle for subpar service. Get Extreme Internet and transform your whole home. Prices start at $19.99 a month for 1 year. You deserve fast, reliable internet. With Extreme, you can get speeds from 60 meg up to an amazing 1 gig. Right now, prices start at less than $20 a month for 1 year. Call us today, 844-EXTREME-2.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time. Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, I'm John. The Miners National Bank has proudly served our area for 115 years. We are locally owned and our deposits are reinvested right here at home for the benefit of our area. Come and see us. We're here to help. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Holden Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Dave, can we get a final check of the weather?
All right, let's take a look. It's going to be fairly sunny tomorrow and fairly warm. High temp around 63 here in the Twin Ports. Could become as warm as 68 for places well inland. And Thursday, 65 degrees for the Twin Ports. A little bit on the cloudier side, but not too bad at all. Rain chance does come our way, though, by Friday.
We'll see you tomorrow.